Yo, 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 what's up, people? We is back. Another day on Keep It G News, man. And today, we back in O-Block. We back in Chicago. We back talking about the indictment of O-Block and a few of its members for the murder of Fbg Butta. And y'all know how he is on this channel. I always bring something new to the equation. Because, why? The reason I think is I'm the only one that actually been through these type of situations, and I got a fucking notebook, a laundry list of fucking a whole notebook to prove it. You understand? So that's what makes this different. A lot of these people is speaking from, reading books and, doing investigative work on YouTube, which is cool. You understand? I do it too. But when it comes down to these type of murder cases, yo, I'm speaking on position of experience. I've been charged twice, y'all. It's not a game. Look how thick this paperwork is. Yeah, man. This look at this shit. It's crazy. Damn near 1,000 pages. But like I said, I'm gonna introduce something different to the equation because I think I know why. For people that was wondering. Now, for some people that's not familiar with these type of cases, you would think this was automatically a Fed case off the rip, but it wasn't. Because this is just a typical murder. Even though it happened in the Gold Coast, it's a typical murder. It's a typical indictment, and it's not really a real strong RICO. If you understand what I'm saying, if you've been following RICO cases, and you've been following my channel, and I covered another RICO case in Chicago with, I think it was like 49 shootings, 19 murders. Like, yeah, those are the typical federal RICO cases. So I was surprised when this case reached federal level. But I think I know why. But in order for me to explain to y'all why Fbg Butta murder case went fed and why they charged them people this way, I gotta take y'all to the documents that was released a couple days ago. Individual MW is a confidential source or informant for the government. Although the details have not been provided to the defense, it appears that MW has been paid for his information he provided in this case. MW claims that he is a member of the Black Disciples, and that he lived at Parkway Gardens from around 2006 to 2007 through approximately 2011, when he had to leave O-Block because of a falling out with some O-Block Black Disciples, and he has supposedly left Chicago. The prosecutors showed MW portions of the Camtasia video. The prosecutors repeatedly stopped and started the Camtasia video and directed MW's attention to certain images. MW testified that the images of a black male in the Camtasia video at the mark 251 and 428 mark is MUWOP. MW was not a witness to any activity on August 4, 2020 at Parkway Gardens, nor was he present at the location on that date. In addition, MW was not a witness to the murder of Carlton Weekly on Oak Street, nor was MW at the Oak Street location on August 4, 2020. Moreover, MW did not identify Marcus Smart from the Camtasia video as being one of the shooters at the Oak Street location on August 4th, 2020. Individual RW is a member of the STL Gangster Disciples. RW testified before the grand jury that the Gangster Disciples are rivals with O-Block. RW's sister, Jakara Barnes, was a self-proclaimed teenage assassin for the Gangster Disciples, and that his sister ambushed, shot, and murdered O.D. Pryor on August 11, 2011, when Barnes was just 14 years old. RW was present when his sister was shot and killed on April 11, 2014, when she was 17 years old. RW was also shot in this incident. RW did not cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation into who shot and killed his sister because that's not what the gang wanted him to do. Rather, the gang wanted retaliation on their own. Carlton Weekly was a member of the STL Gangster Disciples. RW indicated to the grand jury on March 22, 2022, that he has a case pending in the Circuit Court of Cook County for possession of a handgun. RW claimed he was not cooperating in this case without any consideration in the pending gun case because this wasn't my gun, even though RW admitted that law enforcement officials recovered the gun in his possession. The prosecutors also showed RW portions of the Camtasia video. The prosecutors repeatedly stopped and started the Camtasia video and directed RW's attention to certain footage. RW testified that the images of a black male in the Camtasia video at the 44-second mark, 2-minute 26-second mark, and the 2-minute 46-second mark is MUWOP. According to RW, his identification of MUWOP is based upon a YouTube video with MUWOP and then racing up the block. And you know, it showed he already got a distinctive standing, a distinctive walk. But I seen him run across the video. RW was not a witness to any activity on August 4th, 2020 at Parkway Gardens, nor was he present at the location on that date. In addition, RW was not a witness to the murder of Carlton Weekly on Oak Street, nor was RW at Oak Street location on August 4th, 2020. Moreover, RW did not identify Marcus Smart from the Camtasia video as being at or one of the shooters at the Oak Street location on August 4th, 2020. Alright, now that we got that out the way. Because this video ain't really about them. I just had to highlight them because those people play a role in everything I'm ready to say. So you're going to have to watch this video start to finish, man. For you people that, you know, skip through the video and watch it halfway, you're not getting the full gist of what's going on. Yeah, man? On these videos, on my channel, you got to watch from start to finish so I can bring it all in and make it all make sense. So, what we know right now is allegedly. Because we're going to say allegedly because it ain't been proven. These boys ain't take the stand yet. Trench's News is one of the cooperators, as well as Butta. And some of the things that they said, well, Trench's News is more than a cooperator. Allegedly, he's a paid informant. That is way different. Way different. Which means he may have a history of sending people to jail. Could be why he wear the face mask. I don't know. But both of those guys are pinpointing Mimo as being not a shooter, but being a part of this crime because they wasn't actually involved or at the scene of the crime. So they can't say for sure that that was him. But what they did do in them interrogations in front of the grand jury was they looked at pictures, they looked at videos, and they lined the videos up with his pictures on Instagram or on YouTube or in Trench's News situation, he personally know him. And he said, yo, I can tell that that's MUWOP. But is that strong evidence? You understand? So like I say, I've been wondering why this case went fed. Because like I say, it's a typical murder. And what I realized is, from my situation, because like I say, when I was locked up, I told y'all they charged me twice. I had to really know about these things because I wasn't trying to get railroaded, even though they railroaded me anyway. I would keep it real with y'all. But I was looking into what kind of statements or what kind of witnesses can they bring to trial and who they couldn't. This is in state court. And I learned that hearsay is not admissible in state court. In most states, Chicago included. So, if y'all watched the original video I did on this whole case, I read the whole indictment. You understand? Read the whole indictment. And a bulk of the federal government evidence is hearsay. It's hearsay. So it got me wondering, can the feds use hearsay and the state can't? And come to find out, they can. And they use the particular law to justify their reasoning. So, this case is not really strong as people might think it is. Because, at least for one, and that's what I want to highlight in this video, I think it's actually a possibility that MUWOP can beat this case because this is all the evidence they got on. At approximately 4:02 p.m., Smart ran across a parking lot away from where Officer's black Ford Fusion was parked and ran up a flight of stairs. Smart ran past a group of 3 people by the stairwell, which included Roberson. Roberson then turned and ran up the stairwell after Smart. After a few minutes, Smart ran down the stairwell wearing different clothes, dressed in all black. Thomas ran down next, dressed in all black, including a black striped Adidas jacket, and putting a baseball cap onto his head, followed by Roberson, who was wearing the same clothes he was wearing when he went up the stairs. Leggins came down last, also dressed in a dark colored clothing and a baseball cap turned to the back. Smart entered into Officer's Ford Fusion while Leggins, Thomas, and Roberson entered into Roberson's gray Chrysler 300. The cars departed the parking lot in Parkway Gardens at approximately 4:06 p.m. According to a phone call records and photographs of the car dealership employee text messages, at 4:35 p.m., approximately 9 minutes after the murder, Officer texted the car dealership employee that Officer was on his way to return that car to the dealership. Witness 6 will testify that Officer spent the night at her house on the night of August 3rd, morning of August 4th, and that she and Officer had discussed that she would give Officer a ride from the dealership when he was ready. Witness 6 will testify that she received a phone call from Arthur the afternoon of August 4th, awakening her from a nap, telling Witness 6, 1. That Arthur was on his way to the dealership. 2. To meet him at the dealership. 3. To text him the address of the dealership. Shortly after, Witness 6 texted Arthur the address in the dealership at 4:39 p.m. Witness 6 arrived at the dealership at approximately 5:15 p.m., beating Arthur to the dealership. Arthur arrived 10 to 15 minutes later. Arthur arrived at the dealership with Smart and Arthur's cousin, Ezell Rawls. Arthur then directed Witness 6 to drop Arthur, Smart, and Rawls off at a different O-Block member's residence. So you put the evidence you just heard with the statements of Fbg Butta and a federal informant, maybe Trenches News, who knows, but we're going to call him MW. Is that really a strong case? Considering the fact that both these corroborators are convicted felons, and at least in one case, one of the guys, even though he say that he's not telling for this gun case that he had that probably disappeared by now, but that don't mean he's telling the truth. And these are some of the things that the jury have to consider when they make a decision. I'm going to give y'all an example. MUWOP case is eerily similar to a YNW Melly case was. You see what happened with that? Hung jury. A lot of people thought that was a slam dunk. They thought that was an easy shot. And it missed. And it might miss again. Now, I'm not going to get up here and say and stamp it that MUWOP can beat this case. Because they're getting tried together. But like I say, the jury have instructions. And one of the jury instructions is, even though they are tried together, you have to determine their guilt separately. Keep that in mind. Because Robeson, he got a witness. One of his girlfriends or a female that he know, a female acquaintance, is coming to court and testifying. Alford, a female, is coming to court testifying. We don't have none of that on MUWOP. We don't have none of the text messages. We don't have no witness statements saying, other than these guys that we know of, because I just got to go off the information that we know. We don't have anything other than what I showed y'all that say MUWOP was there. We see him get in the car, allegedly. Because if you watch that first video I did and you know the whole paperwork, one of the guys on the phone, I think it was Robeson, said that they was masked up. That going down the stairwell evidence ain't strong. Yeah, they seen them go up the steps. I doubt if they was masked up then. But can they definitively say that that was the same 5 people or the same 4 people that ran and got in them cars? Maybe. It's up to the jury. But what I'm trying to show y'all today is at least one of these defendants has a case. You understand? At least one of them. And I think it's MUWOP, the only one with a paid attorney. So don't be surprised come October and he get off on this case. Now, do I think he gonna get off? I don't know. You know, it depends on whatever evidence that they got. But I can say this. This case is not as strong as the public and the YouTubers and the bloggers is making y'all believe. It ain't. It's all hearsay. And that was the reason they decided to take it to federal court. That was the only way they was going to even get a prosecution or get an indictment. They couldn't indict in federal and state court because the bulk of the evidence from people that wasn't present during the shooting. A bulk of the witnesses. Make that make sense. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I say I noticed in this case when I was going through it, and then this document that just got released came out. I said, yo, this whole case is hearsay. And I actually brought this up on the show I was on yesterday with Mickey Truth and Music 101. Y'all go check that out. I said it, and I don't think they caught it. I said, I think the only reason this case went fed is because a bulk of the evidence is from people that wasn't there. A bulk of the witnesses wasn't there. So how can they be witnesses? And how much are the jury going to take in the fact that they wasn't there? I think this is another case that's going to be hinged on what type of jury is picked. For real. depending on the jury. But I can see a situation, like I say, because it's all circumstantial. And some of these cases are stronger for other members, like Roberson and Alford might be done. Because the only evidence they got on MUWOP is they seen him run up them stairs, they allegedly seen him run down, and he was in that car when Alford tried to return it 9 minutes after the murder. But all of that is circumstantial, and all of that can be questioned. Because we learned, well, I knew, but a lot of people may have just learned that you gotta convict beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's why Melly got off. It was too much doubt in the case. And from everything I'm reading, it's a lot of doubt in this one. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you still watching this video, you should subscribe. Straight up. Because like I told y'all, I always bring something new to the equation, man, because I done been in these situations. It is not a game. I keep my paperwork handy because you never know. These motherfuckers that try to, 20 years later, try to play with your name. And that ain't going to happen with me. I promise you that. Straight up. For people that's wondering, why the fuck is he? That shit always close by. You damn sure Skippy it is. Straight up, because it was a real situation, man. And people would try to play with you. And people would try to act like it's something that it ain't. Nah, I got every page. Not a page missing in this motherfucker. I'm talking about witness statements. Every single person that was questioned in this case, I got it. Every person that was questioned in my case, I got exactly what they said. I got paperwork on a lot of people. But I'm not in the business of releasing that. I just keep it to make sure my name stay clear. You understand? But let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. This is Keep It G News. How do y'all feel about this case? Do y'all think this case is strong? Like I say, it may be for the others, but I ain't so sure with MUWOP. Let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. This is Keep It G News, and I'm out.